Hello again. This week I made a little look at a clue from a couple of weeks back, I think, that I made a note of perhaps because I'd done a couple in the same crossword that worked in a certain way, I thought about it in a particular way that was frankly wrong. And if the setter had set that up, done that kind of mental manipulation, then that would be incredible. I'm hoping it was just coincidence, otherwise that's terrifying. But I'll show you what I did and what the clue was. Resentful about English authority. 6 letters, resentful about English authority. Now, first of all, going looking for a definition. Resentful, authority. English authority makes no sense. Resentful about, possibly. I suppose there is a case for English authority as well, but it's quite likely one of these two words. Now the bit that fooled me was this, because I've done a couple of clues already in that crossword where things went around other things. So I had resentful about English. English is very frequently an E. So I was looking for words for resentful that were 5 letters long that would fit around an E and mean authority. And I did that for a few minutes. And then I was wrong. Because about has a couple of very common substitutions in crosswords. C as in circa, and RE, which people put, regarding such and such in emails. So those are both entirely possible substitutions for about. But because I was in that mindset, thinking about things surrounding them, and I was wrong about. So, eventually, I decided to come at it a different way. When you think about the word authority as your definition, I was fairly sure English was an E. I think I had the E piece of functionality, which set me off down the other route. So then, if it's not going about anything, if you start to consider that possibility, you have to look for one of these. So you're either looking for a word that ends REE or a word that ends CE. And then you would need a 4-letter or 3-letter word for resentful to sit at the front. 3-letter words for resentful, hard to come by. 4-letter words, easier to come by, got there in the end. Sour. Then you can use the C from about and the E from English, source. Not one of the most common synonyms for authority, but if someone is an authority on something, or if something is listed as an authoritative voice on something else, there will be a source of information about it. Obviously perfectly valid, but probably not the first thing you're going to think of when you think of authority, which might have been part of the problem with going down the wrong route, just having not a great grasp of which sort of word I was looking for. But eventually, yes, it breaks down resentful, sour, about, C, E, English, source. Very simple, but be careful of thinking you know what a word is doing, because it could be functionality, but there are also substitutions for almost any word in the English language, apart from maybe orange, and you can be off down the wrong route, even when you're very familiar with something, and probably because you're very familiar with it. So yes, as ever, always consider the fact that you might be completely wrong. And happy solving.